So in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about adding some power and explosiveness to drills that you do on the floor. So there are a lot of drills that we can do on the floor that help the condition for aerial. I always talk about the stronger we can be on the floor, the stronger we can be in the air, right? There's a lot of value in training things off the apparatus to focus more on individual parts of the body, correct muscle engagement, correct movement pathway, that sort of thing. We take the stress away from not being on the equipment by training on the floor. There are a lot of core and compression exercises that I use on the floor that work as supplemental training for skills, right? And there are ways that we can change and play with some of these drills to make them focus on different things. So, for example, we can change the tempo, we can change the speed, we can change the time under tension, we can change which parts of the body we focus on. I'm going to use an exercise that is relatively straightforward. We're going to look at straddle ups, which is more commonly known as like a gymnastics conditioning exercise, but I think it has a lot of carryover for movements that you might do in the air, like invert. And I'm going to show you how you can change this drill to focus more on power. It just makes the focus of the exercise more deliberate. So I am going to come into a hollow body position. So this exercise starts from a dish, and we want to make sure that the core is engaged, there's tension through the legs before we even come into the straddle position. For the core engagement, I try and think of bringing the bottom of my rib towards the top of my pelvic and closing that gap. This helps with keeping the lower back flat on the floor. My legs are going to come out. I'm pointing my toes, tensing my legs, arms overhead, and then I'm going to sit up. So this is my straddle up. So I want to change this so that it focuses more on fast movement and power. I'm simply going to do that by trying to go from my dish to this position as quickly as possible. So you can see the difference. It's not huge, but I've changed the speed at which I'm traveling from the start to the end of the rep. And I have to work a lot harder to do that. I'm trying to recruit my muscles more quickly. I'm trying to get them used to that feeling of explosive movement. The reason why I like this particular variation of the straddle up is because a lot of people struggle to lift their legs when they're inverting. And the beginning movement of a straddle invert, legs come up and out to the side, right? We go straight from a two-arm hang with our legs underneath us to our legs coming out into a straddle, and then we lift up. So if your legs feel heavy or it feels like you can't move them quick enough to get into the right position to finish the invert, this is just an example of a drill that you can train very, very easily on the floor to work to start to understand that kind of explosive movement. I'm going to demo it one more time, just to recap. So arms overhead, core is engaged, legs out in front, and I'm sitting up as fast as I can. I hope that was helpful. Feel free to give that a try. You can add it into your conditioning, or you can just work on it on its own to get used to that fast movement. If you want to learn more about how you can train really effectively and efficiently for your aerial for specific skills off the apparatus with zero equipment, I'm going to be running one more 4-week class series this year. It's called No Equipment Conditioning, and it literally does what it says on the tin. We are going to look at how you can condition for straight arm inverts, meat hooks, flares, C-shaping, and beats on the floor with no equipment, just our body weight and movements that will help to build more strength and control and understanding of these movements in the air. You can click the link below to join. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.